If y'all got a few minutes real quick, I want to show you how I was able to save over $40,000 in exactly 1 year while working a regular 9 to 5 job like most people out there. And a lot of y'all don't think it's possible. I'm living proof that it is possible, right? I'm going to show y'all again. This is proof that it's possible. Now, before we get into the video though, I want to explain who I am. So, my name is Chase. I'm 21 years old. I just turned 21 like 4 months ago. And I got my own place. Got my own car paid off. I never had to worry about paying the bills. Like, I can just live life so much more stress-free and not have to worry about my finances, like, at all. And a big part of that is because I did the things that I'm about to explain to y'all in this video. So, if y'all are interested in actually learning what I did, how I was able to save so much money in a year working a regular job, stick around and find out, because I promise, like, this information is not like fake. Like I said, I'm living proof that this is real, that this is possible. And it's not to flex on anybody either, but I feel like saving $40,000 in a year is pretty decent for somebody my age at 21 years old. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, first I want to explain why I chose to start saving my money and why I chose to actually start taking my life serious. And the reason for that is not to flex on nobody, right? I don't walk around wearing, and I can't afford it, but I don't walk around wearing Balenciaga or Gucci or none of that. I don't even walk around wearing Nike, dude. Like, I get the most basic brand stuff. It's just not about flexing to me. I drive a used car. Like I said, though, it's fully paid off, so I don't care. It's not about flexing, right? It's about peace of mind. It's about stability. It's about living life stress-free and, like, building generational wealth. And I'm not going to sit here and say my family is poor, because they're not poor, right? They're doing very well. But I want to be like one of the first ones to really be rich in the family and actually build wealth that nobody else has, right? So that's kind of my motivation on why I wanted to start saving my money. Now, I'm gonna break down how I actually save my money. So it is hard. I'll say, if you never saved money before, it's gonna be way hard to, like, change your lifestyle and change your habits all at once. So don't even focus about doing these all at once, right? But if you could focus on one, and I'm gonna put this point first, because I'm not gonna do that. We'll stay to the end to see the most important part. I'm gonna tell y'all this first. If you could focus on one thing, and one thing only right now, just make a budget, dude. I'm telling you, the most important thing to saving money is just making a budget. You have to make a budget. Like, I have a zero-based budget. If you don't know what that is, every single dollar that I get paid is going to work, and I know where every single dollar of my paycheck is going before I actually even get paid. But you don't even need that, right? You could just have a loose budget for now. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just having a budget helps, and it'll help you save money, like, tremendously and so much faster. Second thing that helped me save a lot of money is just not having any debt. And I know this sounds obvious, right? But not having a car payment each month, like I said, I don't care about flexing. I'm gonna drive a used car. The car squeaks when I drive. It's paid for, right? I got the title of my car. It's paid for. That's a bigger flex than anything. So actually, it might be about flexing, but not having any debt, dude, not having a car payment, not having credit card debt, that is huge if you want to save money. Like, think about it. If you're spending, say you owe, let's just say, for example, you owe $1,000 a month, whether that's between your cars, your credit cards, student loans, whatever it is. Say you owe $1,000 a month. That's coming out of your income, right? If you're only making $2,000 a month and you're paying $1,000, 50% of your income's already gone, bro. Having no debt, you're able to take that whole $2,000 home. You know what I'm saying? And then you can save that $1,000, and you could put that into the stock market, watch it grow. You could put it in high yield savings for an emergency fund. It just makes it so much easier. And a lot of y'all don't realize that. A lot of y'all think it's cool to have a cool car, but what a lot of y'all don't realize, it ain't cool to have debt, and it ain't cool to be stressed out all the time. It's just not worth it, bro. I'm telling you, nobody cares that much about what kind of car you're driving or where you go to school. That don't matter, bro. Just like live your own life. Like, don't get me wrong, if you do whatever you want to do, but dude, at the end of the day, bro, you want to be stress free. You want to live life like on peaceful, like Minecraft, bro. You want to live life on peaceful. You're not trying to live on hardcore mode. We ain't trying to like survive. We're trying to like, I don't even know how to say this, bro, but like, we don't want to be in survival mode the whole time. We want to be in like building mode. Like, think about it. Every time you get paid, you don't want to have to use your paycheck to survive. You want to be able to use your paycheck to build more wealth. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, having no debt is going to help tremendously. Another thing that really, really helps is having a very low cost of living. And this is tough for a lot of people. Like I already mentioned, the cars. Yeah, but that's not really cost of living. But for me, I live in an apartment that in my area is one of the cheaper ones out there. And I really don't care, like, because guess what? I'm saving an extra $500, $600 a month than everybody else. After my fees, dude, my rent's only $802 a month. It's only me there. I don't need a whole bunch. I got what I need, but I don't need a big crazy apartment. Like, if I make more money, like eventually get rich, yeah, I might move up maybe. But I ain't worried about buying a house yet. I'm just gonna live very cheap. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, groceries. A lot of y'all do this, bro. Y'all don't go to the grocery store with the plan. I used to do this. I see people do it. Like, I could tell when they're pushing around them shopping carts and they got all that junk food in there, and you know, pizza rolls and bagel bites and taquitos and all of that. They don't got no plan when they're going to the grocery store, right? I can just tell. And that literally used to be me, right? I spend $75 a week now at the grocery store. That's just for me. Like, obviously, if it's more people in your house, or you know, you got a pet or something, it's gonna be more. But having a plan at the grocery store is like super beneficial to saving money. Think about it. That could be like hundreds of dollars a month that you could save. Now, that is just some of the things that have helped me actually save my money. Now I'm gonna get into like what I actually do with my money to actually make money, which this ain't even some secret sauce. I'm gonna be honest. This is just basic, but it is literally, this works, is real. And if y'all are interested, keep listening. But y'all need to start investing in the stock market, investing in your retirement accounts, investing in like high yield savings accounts. Y'all gotta set up all these accounts. And if you're not sure about all the accounts that you actually need, one, I'm gonna explain them real quick. But if you want to go in more in depth, I got a video explaining the 4 accounts that you need to build generational wealth, which are the 4 accounts that I use, the 4 accounts that have helped me save all this money, and they're really beneficial. So go watch that video if y'all want to learn more about that. But I'm gonna explain them real quick anyway. So the first account that y'all need is going to be a regular bank account, right? PNC, Chase, whatever it is, just get a bank account. Y'all probably already got one. But this is what I like to call my cash flow account, right? It's where my paychecks come in and everything comes out, right? Like, my paycheck comes in, I transfer like about half of my money into my other accounts, and then I keep in my cash flow account about a month's worth of expenses, right? That's the magic number that I would say. And y'all can do whatever y'all want, but I'm telling y'all this is going to be what's going to work. A month's worth of expenses and a little, maybe $100, $200 buffer, right? Because we ain't perfect. We're going to want to impulse buy. We're not going to be perfect on our budget. Keep a couple hundred extra in there, but a month's worth of expenses as the base. The second account that y'all need, and this is kind of two accounts put together, but it's going to be y'all's retirement accounts. As you can see right here, this is what I got in my retirement accounts. So I've maxed my Roth IRA out for the last 2 years. And really, I did that all at once, right? Because you can, until there's some deadline in April, and until then, you can actually max it out for the last year. So that's what I did this year, is I just maxed it out for this year and last year. So I put in $14,500, and as y'all can see, just from it sitting in that account, it's grown to over $15,000, right? And I know the market's been up and down. It was as low as $14,000 at some point, a little bit lower, but it's up now to $15,000. And over the course of the long run, if you steadily invest in this, and if you do max out your Roth IRA, like by the time you retire, you will be a millionaire, 100%, as long as you're actually invested in the right index funds and stocks. Now my 401k too, I got, as y'all saw, and I contribute, 5% of my pre-tax income to this, just because I get a 4% employer match if I do 5% of my income. So that's free money. So if y'all got that opportunity, do that, because that's literally free money that you're able to save, and just by putting in a little bit of yours, right? Always take advantage of your match. The next account that y'all need is going to be y'all's brokerage account and y'all's high yield savings account. I got these both with Vanguard. I'm gonna pop it up real quick on the screen. As y'all can see, I got a little bit over $20,000 between these two accounts. Now, this is all money, right, that is not locked. Like, I can spend this money whenever I want. I'm not gonna spend my emergency fund, but my brokerage, I can spend that whenever I want. It is not locked up until retirement. And that is something that, like, y'all really gotta think. Like, if you want to buy a house in 5-10 years, open a brokerage account. If you want to make a big purchase like a car and you want to buy it in cash in 5-10 years, open a brokerage account. High yield savings account is cool, and that's what I got my emergency fund in, but it's only getting like 3.5%. And as y'all can see, I'll pop it up real quick again. The brokerage account is getting, like, so far this year, a little bit over 8% on my returns, which historically is honestly low for what I'm invested in, right? I'm invested in VOO and QQQM, right? So I think it's the top 500 US companies, and then like the top 100 tech companies. So it's a little bit diversified. I should probably diversify it some more. But investing in the right index funds and open a brokerage is going to be monumental to actually, basically, the money that you have saved is monumental to building it, right? Now, I did talk about my emergency fund, so I'll get into that too real quick. Y'all want to have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. For me, I'm not gonna lie, I did say my monthly expenses were like a little bit over $2,000, but if it was an emergency, and this is an excuse, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna add more to my emergency fund. I just thought about this, but if it was like, if I was desperate or whatever, I would cut my monthly expenses so hard, like where $5,000 would cover me. And also, I'm the type of guy, if I lose my job, I'm not about to sit around and wait. Like, I'm getting a job the next day, dude. I don't care. I'll walk into 500 companies, like, I'm getting a job, dude. I don't care if it's at McDonald's. I'm getting some type of income coming in. But having an emergency fund and a high yield savings account is going to be important. It's going to keep up with inflation. It's going to build a little bit of money, and you're able to build off the money that you have saved, right? So I've talked about why I wanted to start saving money. I've talked about how I save money. I've talked about what I do with the money I do save. And I want y'all all to realize, like, it's going to be hard, right? It's going to be difficult. But I want y'all to realize that I'm proof saving money is possible for somebody young, for somebody who, like, didn't grow up rich. Like, it's possible, dude. Like, normal people can do it. You can do it while you're working a 9-to-5 job, but you really got to want it. Like, you got to cut down your monthly expenses. You got to live low cost of living. You got to really want it. And not a lot of people do, and that's why they can't actually save their money. And just know that it's possible, bro. Believe in yourself. Believe that it's possible. Do these steps, and I promise it'll work. And yeah, that's all I got to say. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Say hi to the person walking behind me. And yeah, peace out.